Squeekyg versus Cychreus. Best of one, B League. This is the map draft for that. Squeekyg with the instant arena veto and Black Forest as well. We got Cychreus with Nomad enclosed, Nile Delta, some standard stuff. I really want to see a Nile Delta game some point, but it is pretty crazy. And ultimately, these guys end up on Arabia as the map that they're going to be playing in this best of one match. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a best of one B League match between Squeekyg and Cychreus. Cychreus here in the yellow playing as the Vietnamese. And Squeekyg in blue playing as the Lithuanians once again. This match should be interesting. Cychreus just for this, the day before I believe, unfortunately moved down to B League after losing to Fish Speaker, who took his A League spot in a very white knuckle, high adrenaline for both sides. I think best of three went all the way ultimately to the third game that match. But we've got ourselves now Cychreus versus Squeekyg here. Let's see if Cychreus is able to show some merit. I think he is. I don't know. That's I'm a little discombobulated. We've paused a live match due to some real life baby emergency like situation. It's apparently gonna take like at least another 30 minutes. So we've jumped into this one, and we're just gonna keep on rolling. Squeekyg with, what is this, 7 on food, 6. Moving out to that lumber with those 3. This is a classic, I think, Scout Rush build order with the Lithuanians here. It's what we come to expect from this player with this Civ on this map, Arabia. By the way, we've got ourselves a nice Arabia map here. Cychreus with the Vietnamese, very strong with the late game. They've got elephants, they've got fully upgraded Imperial Age skirmishers, which usually are not available. It's actually their team bonus that unlocks the access to the Imperial Age skirmisher upgrade. Gotta love Arabia, that's right. And we'll see what Cychreus chooses to do. I personally huge fan of the Vietnamese in 3v3s and 4v4s. I haven't tried them in a 1v1, but they could be very strong. They've got incredible, like I said, skirms, elephants, archers. The Rattan Archer is their unique unit out of the castle. It's a very good unit to have. I believe it is an anti-archer archer. I don't know. But will he be able to stand up to the power of the Latus and the incessant all-in feudal age light cav raids from Squeekyg? Cychreus just getting a little tap on there with his scout. See, he's letting his enemy know he sees him. I see you, I feel you, you know, all that stuff. What is he doing over here? He's trying to, he's just taxing APM. He knows how valuable this wood is to Squeekyg's build order, I guess. He's just being annoying. I love it, I love it. Back at home making no villagers, by the way. He's stuck at 13 villas. He's busy. He's busy working on this scout micro, unfortunately. But the villagers have boxing gloves. If Cychreus gets enough hits on one of these, he might get a kill. He was playing with fire, though. He's looked back. He's making vills again. But that has actually cost him 3 villagers in the Dark Age. It's very much a painful thing to see. Love to see the energy, though. Running near to that town center, he's just asking Squeeky to garrison, but he won't do it. Actually steals those sheep. Is he gonna get the goat goes back? Close one though. I love what Cychreus is bringing to this game right now. Farms, berries, wood at home. Neither player able to click up yet, but they're both pretty much on even footing when it comes to that food banked. Squeeky going for that second boar, the second rhinoceros. And Cychreus, oh, he has not scouted the back of the base yet. I think he's bringing the scout back just for that purpose, for that very purpose. Second lumber camp there for Cychreus. Love to see it. Here's that boar. Squeeky, ooh, wait, was it this one or was it the last one? I can't see. I think it was the previous one. He lost a Vil. He lost a Vil to the Rhino. Rip King. However, where do you think these guys came from? I think they came from right here. I think those are Cychreus' goats. They're being stolen. They're being yoinked right away. But Squeeky running into the TC. Watch out! Okay, there's only 2 villagers in next to it, so the arrows are not going to be too strong. Squeaky's got to get out of there. He's lucky. He's lucky there aren't more villagers underneath the town center right now. And he's actually stolen more goats. This guy just stole 4 goats from the enemy. Incredible. I think... I hate to say it because it was so funny and interesting to watch. Having your scout attacking the enemy's 3 lumber villagers at 2 minutes into the game really caused some problems for Cychreus here. He didn't scout his back base. He didn't find his bonus sheep. He didn't find one of the rhinos. But you know what? In Age, a lot of times it's all about setting the narrative. It's all about defining the flow of the game and being in control. And that's what attacking villagers on the lumber camp who don't have bloom is all about. Cychreus wresting some control away from his enemy, Squeekyg. Both players on the way to feudal. Squeeky about a minute faster there, but that doesn't necessarily mean too much. If Cychreus gets that fast castle play, or I mean, he's managed to get a few more economy units going than he otherwise would have. So we're gonna probably see here stable right now from Squeekyg, as well as the instant horse collar double bit axe. Oh, he's making me look like a fool. There it is. And then 5 or 6 scouts at least, if not way more. Forward barracks from Cychreus here, on the other side. Just like out in the middle of this desert plain, a barracks appears. Forgive, there may be some flickering on the screen here. That just happens with Capture Age when I'm alt-tabbing, which I'm going to be doing a little bit more this game. Just checking the Discord, seeing how that baby situation is working out. If they're going to be able to get back into that game tonight. So far, Squeeky is working on those scouts, and Cychreus working on that man-at-arms. As Vietnamese, again, I say to the Wisco boys, stop making man-at-arms. Take with that what you will from me. You know, maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think it's good. I think you could be doing so much more. I don't know. On the other hand, it is something, right? But for now, Cychreus is going for some choke points, maybe getting an archery range up. Now that is a good Vietnamese play. 2 archery ranges here. He hasn't seen... He is about to see the stable. As the scout goes down, he got eyes on the stable. So if he's thinking with portals, he'll know scouts are on the way. You gotta watch out just making archers now. Sooner or later he'll find out though, and then we'll probably see some spears coming. 26, 29 pop. Not too bad. Not too shabby for either. Pretty high idle TC time there for yellow, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you're microing your scout. I'm clowning a little too hard on him right now. He's doing what he can. And that's all we expect. That's all we need. 4 on gold for yellow right now, too. I don't know. I guess I come at these casts from, like, at this point, from, like, a perspective of watching, like, all of T90's officials content, some Dave AoE, a little Viper. A lot of that stuff is like competitively focused. Besides low elo legends, right? A lot of that is about getting the most optimized possible, like winning. It's about winning with the most like best way you can. I don't know. It's not necessarily what Age should be about. I think what Age should be about is a LAN party in McGavern M1 with Sterlingrad building cannon towers in the corner of the map for 45 minutes. Scout rush hits. Contemplation aside, scout rush hits. Squeeky out here with 6 scouts on the wood line. Cychreus is just gonna have to take some damage unless he like deletes the blacksmith in order to escape here. The pathing is a little weird. Villagers going down. No reaction yet. There's Town Bell from Cychreus. Sometimes you gotta hit that bell, you know? There's no other way. Whole economy is gonna stop working and hide in the TC. Okay, he unrang it, I think. Or he'll go back to work at least. There's 2 villagers still in that TC. Gold mine now exposed. What you want to do if you see this many scouts out, build spears, which I'm sure is happening, yeah. And I mean the hotkey for build a house is super quick, right? You just press Q twice with the villagers selected. So you select these villagers here, you go QQ, build a house here, bam, safe fills. Do it over here too, QQ, house, here too. Any 2-tile gap, you just spam houses down, and then the scouts can't do anything. But that takes a lot of APM, that takes a lot of multitasking, so sometimes players, they just gotta do what they can. And I think he's gonna get the clear up here eventually. 10 eco KD now for Squeeky. 10-1, 11-1 with that one loss to a boar earlier. Skirmishers for Cychreus. Still, Spearman Man-at-Arms will trade well into Scouts if they can catch them. And the villager goes down on the gold once again. Squeeky going with the Great Wall of the South over here on that south side. Make sure nobody can come in and surprise him, trying to secure the advantage that he knows he's gained with these Scouts. 15 vills down to 1. Now in this best of 1 B-League game, and back on the wood line, he's just rotating around using the mobility. Scouts aren't like crazy high damage or anything, but they are mobile and they're quick to make instantly when you hit feudal, so it's a strong play at this level. I mean at any of us, at any of our level, right? Anybody's level. I don't know. Strong play in general. No qualifiers attached. Still seeing no walls for Cychreus. I think he's just hoping. He's just hoping. The walls come in the form of hope. It takes kind of a mental shift sometimes for players to realize, like, okay, I can build some houses here or like here, and it's just like it'll just block everything. You don't really like naturally think about that, I feel like. That's probably why they took it out in Age of Empires 4. You have to build walls or just like be open. The other option is towers too, if you need to protect like the gold mine or something. For now, we're going with army, which is like the third option, which is also okay, as long as you can keep up, track the army that the enemy has in your base, and like maybe get to where they're going before they can. More scouts. Squeeky with 7 scouts. And more on the way. We're losing a few on the wood. The villagers fighting back with their punching boxing gloves and everything. They're doing what they can. Some spears chilling up by that wood line there, just having a nice picnic. But they are going to be able to put a little wrench in the works here. And scouts have to fall back again. $47 eco to 22 now. Score not looking great for Cychreus. Sorry, I was just quiet for a minute. I ran out. My train of thought just collapsed. And there's Castle Age for Squeekyg. 2 minutes 30 seconds away from the next age. I was gonna say from latest, but he doesn't have enough stone and probably won't. He's not mining stone at all for a castle, so he's just committing to these scouts for now, and they're doing work. You know, they've got his enemy running around, skirting around, and Cychreus just it's just pain. It's just pain and suffering for our poor lad. Okay, he's pushing it back. These man-at-arms don't die easy. Spearman doing a lot of bonus damage to the scouts. There's only 3 scouts on the field now for Squeekyg. Squeekyg pretty strong with the early game. Sometimes struggles to close unless rams are involved. So Cychreus, you know, could pull a rabbit out of the hat here. Market in the back for our blue player. Archery range is up as well. More villagers queued after Castle Age, getting some eco upgrades. And looks like the army has been scared off for the time being. Cychreus on 18 vills though is looking rough for our yellow player here. He needs to channel the most famous yellow player of all, the Viper. Get him in here. Tell him we've got a yellow color player in need of guidance. Squeekyg now mining that stone. Maybe he will actually. You know, he's gonna get it eventually here. Pretty soon, actually. Enough stone for a castle. I'd imagine in this position, you want to just go for that castle. Get that killing blow if you can. Not worry about expanding your eco. You know what the state of the game is if you're Squeekyg right now. Cychreus gonna need he's gonna need some farms. He's gonna need some food. I'll tell you that much. The double TC for Squeekyg, double TC drop now. He's gonna just lock in that eco advantage. Make sure, just guarantee, like, with these town centers, I doth declare that I shall win this game. No risky castles from blue. And here come the cavalry, the knights roaming across the land. Soon we'll be able to take on the spearmen head to head. We have some very aspirational walls from yellow, but maybe it'll work. Stop the raids coming in from the edges at least. And just a ton of skirmishers. I think this is a case of I gotta make something, I'll just make what I can afford. And that is apparently skirmishers here. No, oh no, you know what it is? I remember we talked about this after the match. As happens sometimes, you know, not everybody has time to watch 10 hours, that's an exaggeration. Like 5 hours of Age of Empires content a week or whatever, right? Sometimes people don't know everything about this game. There's a lot. There's like a lot to know. This game is hard. It's not easy at all. As everybody should know who's here, right? Age of Empires, if you want to play it and win it, is not an easy game. If you just want to have fun, it can be as easy as you want, right? But this is a competitive setting after all. It's not easy. So there's a lot to know, and one of those things is to know that skirmishers are an anti-archer unit and do not do well into cavalry at all. Like, they will just die really hard to knights. They don't do any bonus damage or anything. They have these huge spears that they throw. You think they do well into knights. It's a bit of a visual misrepresentation of their place in the rock, paper, scissors, right? But watch this. Just watch this. Are they going to kill the knight? Maybe. Now Squeeky runs with the knight. the mobility. He kills a zebra, and then he comes back. Suffice it to say, skirmishers have like a minimum range too, so they can't fight heads on. Looks like this knight will go down. Cychreus thought that this was the knight counter, unfortunately. So he's got a lot of skirms. And he's gonna go ahead and try to use them. And best of luck to him. I don't know how it turns out as far as how these units work out for him here. I don't know. I think I tend to assume that people know more about the game than they might actually, or than they even should, right? Just I kind of dove deep into Age of Empires content over the last year or two, so some stuff I might overlook as maybe confusing. All right, gold mining from Cychreus, and Squeekyg is absolutely taking his time to finish out this game. 74 to 24 eco count. Impressive stuff. But where are the Trebs, where are the Rams, you know? He may be going for a psychological win here, but is he gonna get it? I don't know. Cychreus, he can hold on. He doesn't have to surrender. There's a monk going out for some relics, I presume. And enough spears to defend for now. Oh, Cychreus calls it. Alright, GG, man. Hey. What a game. Squeekyg with the textbook scout rush from, at least in my mind, well executed there. Cychreus not quite able to keep up with that aggression. And just ends there. GG to both. Good effort from Cychreus. Just some holes in the knowledge, which is honestly, we should expect that, you know. The game has a lot of units, a lot of knowledge that you might find useful that you might not immediately have or intuit. And that is just how it is. We love it. It's 20 years old. Well played from both, honestly. Good effort from both. Squeekyg takes that one.